All right, welcome right now to the podcast that we bring to you every week. This is a podcast where we discuss a lot of things as concerning marriage. And today I have my guest, and they will be joining in shortly as we discuss a very interesting topic. As you guys know, marriage is not easy, and we are here to help you walk through it and also have a better life. Because as you know, marriage is something that God has ordained for us, and as God has given us the opportunity to find the person that we want to live our life with. As the difference, as the podcast says, we want to find a better way how you too can actually have a very healthy marriage and have a very successful marriage, and also live your life. And maybe if you have kids, can also grow your kids in the same manner in a Christian way. So here I have. One guest who is ready here, and he is going to join us, and we discuss this topic. And the topic today is very interesting. But I will give you a little bit of the topic as we I invite him first. Let me get him here, and then we can talk about it. Welcome, Tony. This is the Difference Podcast, and we talk about marriage. How are you? How have you been?
Okay, thank you so much, our moderator, for giving me this opportunity to share marriage experience, to share something that would help our communities, our societies to go by their marriages. Thank you so much for giving this ample opportunity. Our topic for tonight was picked because we really want to make sure that the communities or our people come to realize that marriage is an institution where people must not break it, but instead must develop it, must grow it. Because an institution of marriage is like a company
Yeah.
where it has so many things involved in it. We have the CHO, we have the accountants, we have all those sorts of people that are involved in marriage institutions. And it is not just for fun or for production of children, but also for growth and development. Because a strong family will always make our society strong, but weak family will always break our societies. So because what make a society is the family. So meaning that there are a lot of things that are involved in it. Like today, the topic that was selected is about dishonesty in a home or dishonesty in marriages. So you find that our marriages are breaking due to the dishonesties that our partners or our spouses are practicing in our marriages, in our marriage institution.
Yeah.
So this is making life very hard to handle relationship issues. Like for example, I would like to give you an example of one of the family I came across where there was a lot of dishonesties when it's come to financial secrecy. You find that they all of them were not revealing to their spouses what they have or what they earned. And in format that matter, therefore, all of them were not revealing. The man where he's working and how much he's getting was not revealing to the other woman what she was having, what she was earning, and what she was getting. So in of this, you find that this family got divorced because of that. And scenarios came in when the woman failed to reveal how much she was earning, and yet it was the man who really uh, connected her to get the job. And when the man got for her the job, she did not to get that job for her. So then when the man when she refused to reveal, and then it was now the financial burden or the economic burden of the home was left in the on the head of the man. Because you remember in our traditional past, you find that It was men who was supposed to provide for the family,
Yeah.
everything. But remember this, out of the globalizations and women empowerment that has taken place in our country, especially Uganda, most of the women has been empowered by giving them opportunity to participate in all the national development policies. So you
Mm.
find that our women these days are now, they are now they are now doctors, they are now doctors, they are nurses, they are managers, they are cashiers, they are doing what men used to do. Because I
Mm.
remember most of the time there were, when marriage was about a man and a woman was supposed to remain at home to do domestic work, as men are supposed to do other work for provision of the, for providing the, for the family.
Yeah.
So so that is, so our government did a lot to empower women. So for that matter, therefore, now this woman which was given was connected to this woman was connected for the job,
Mm.
refused to reveal what she has. And she
Mm.
had been, and then she had been accumulating a lot of money. And the guy
Mm.
was not, because the guy was providing, paying the school children school fees,
Yeah.
providing the home for with the food and even shelter. And even the man is the one who has built the house, so she was not contributing anything. So this accumulated money became redundant without anything to do, and then she
Mm.
decided to go and build a house at home, construct houses at home, buy wealth like cattle for home, even goats, and
Mm.
also buying piggy for borders, and then he put it in the hand of his brother, her brother.
Mm.
So all
Mm.
these things now, when she did that, the man now, when the issue became tough, and the man was now trying to find out why is she not providing, and yet she had that money, then she like, that is that the money she own, it is our money, and then for the man's money is their money. So in that matter, therefore, the guy said, think that this thing was making life difficult for him, so
Yeah.
he decided to divorce the woman. So when they divorced the woman went back home, thinking that she's going to repossess what she has already built, the empire she has already created, to
Mm.
realize that the mother, and then the family member said that was their share of our wealth, because they had paid
Mm.
for her school fees, they had done a lot of for her. So that was the share that she has given to them.
Mm.
Imagine the woman had to lose everything. She had to lose the husband, then lose as asset, and then whatever, and then what she has built on. So
Yeah.
that would always happen when there is financial dishonesty, when there is family dishonesty,
Yeah.
where you cannot reveal how much you earn. So you find you always do things on under secrecy,
Yeah.
which will not lead to the development of the family or the family members. So we are
Mm.
asking our societies these days that let us learn to reveal what we have to our spouses. Because the day when you met with your husband, the day when you meet with your wife, you really come and knowing that you are coming to for a common destiny. That me and this person, we are coming together for a common destiny, because you cannot come to a marriage institution when you are not ready.
Mm.
You only go to a marriage institution when you're ready and you know you are able to perform certain things. So
Yeah.
so these scenarios where in these globalized societies, people are now coming with their definition of marriage, that is
Mm.
all about men performing their duties, but women realizing that they're not performing their duties to their ability. And yet, like our and yet in the past, our mothers and fathers used to do a lot. Even though the man was really struggling to make the end meet, the woman also will be at home with children, here digging and
Yeah.
doing other small things
Yes.
that will make the family move. But now, because the money has become too sweet to the extent that people want to use money only for their self-interest, that is the reason why most of the unempowered women which they will not understand the meaning of empowerment, decide to do things that I want to be independent. I don't want a man to disturb me. I don't want stress. Because you have failed to understand the meaning of marriage. You have failed to understand the institution of marriage. Why have I come? What is the main role? What is the purpose? What is the objective of me coming to settle with a man in a relationship? So
Yeah.
so that is one of the issues that really it is stressing the societies, that if we as who have understood the meaning of marriage, the meaning of marriage institutions, we need to make sure we are work hard to make sure that all the thing which is happening, we try to prevent it from occurring. So
So like
we are requesting. Yep, yep,
before you continue, like let's look at some of the in your own perspective, in your own view, what do you think are the
yep.
causes of this dishonesty in marriage, like, and what brings dishonesty in a marriage? Is it like inborn? Is it like something that somebody develop as they are living together, or do you feel like somebody comes in marriage when they're already dishonest, and then it creates that gap in between? And then, with secrets, if you start keeping secrets in your marriage, is a very big problem. So what brings those secrecy and then like dishonesty in marriage?
Yeah, really, there are so many that bring dishonesty. In fact, it starts from the way the person was built up,
Mm,
especially when especially when you grow up with a single mother or a single father. There is that
mm,
issue where you find that if really if you, like, for example, you have grown up with a single mother, and then the mother will say, for me, I am independent woman and I don't want
mm,
any man to rule me. So it starts from
mm,
there. That the child grew up knowing that really, for me, I want to be independent. Like if he's a woman, say, I want
mm,
to be independent. So it does things in a way that when it goes to a family, to one, maybe when she get married, that's the first
mm,
thing she would think. She would say, a woman must be independent. A woman
mm,
must, you must not be loyal to anybody. You must not you must not, if you are an independent woman, you can be more than a man. A man can, what a man can do, you can do better than him. So you
mm,
find that that kind of thing bring a conflict
mm,
of interest, where now you cannot now listen to the man because you feel you are independent. You can do things on your own. Even when the man is not there, you can still
mm,
perform. So in that mindset, the woman now will start thinking that if a man does not provide, I have no problem. Or if I can provide, I have no problem. I can support myself. And then in that
mm,
part, I cannot allow any man to rule myself. I don't cannot allow any man to rule my money because he doesn't know I got this money.
mm,
Okay, I have
mm,
I have got this money. How I've worked for it, how I've been struggling to get it. The school I attend, he doesn't know. The wisdom I have, the man doesn't. So he cannot. He only
mm,
rule my body, but doesn't rule my money.
yeah.
So it starts from the way the person was brought up.
Mm,
That is one. Then two, there's what we call being selfish. It's also part of the thing that make the dishonesty in marriage. Before you find the woman feels like it is something that's already imbued in him. I can't do this for him. I can't do this for, something. I can't do this for anybody. In fact, not
mm,
even just the husband or anybody. Just somebody
mm,
is just selfish. He feel like everything is our own. There's nothing.
yeah.
Even for a
Mm,
man, the same way. Even for a woman, the same. I feel like this woman of mine cannot get this. I then
mm,
you find the relationship, they're in a relationship, but they're not in a relationship because there is nothing yielding fruits. The man doesn't
mm,
want to give, the woman also doesn't want to give. They are all selfish.
mm,
And then in that society, for us in Iluo,
mm,
there's a song they used to sing. Johnny Man, they used to sing.
mm,
Johnny Wanya Chua Chua, Chengo Chole Kenuma, Johnny Wanya Chua Chua, Chengo Chole. So the meaning that
mm,
the selfish of these people,
mm,
when the times of delivery come, they will deliver by themselves. No one will come to help them when it comes to delivering a child. Uh,
mm.
so that's the meaning. So when you are too selfish, no one will
uh,
like you in the community. So they will be allowed to do their things on their own because you cannot now help others. You
yeah.
cannot help others. So that selfishness now will chase people away from you. But when you're generous, people will come to you. The same way in a relationship, when one of the partner is selfish, there's no way that family will grow well, because somebody will come with this and then the other person will not come in, and then now there's no a common ground where they can set a pace. So you find the family will be in a disagreement and the family will break. Then another thing that I also would like to that is the cause of dishonesty in marriage is also the in-laws, families and in-laws. Come a time when there are people who have come from maybe a poor family, or maybe the parents have been struggling to pay the school fees, and these school fees now they even sold the land, they have sold everything. So you find that now when this woman or this man get married, they will be having issues to manage their relationship, because there would be a lot of influence from their family members. They want to test the end result of their work. They want to that money that she's earning. They will say it is their money because it is them who made them the way they are. So in that case, you find that the women, the family may not be in good terms, because you cannot now develop your home, because as you try to develop your home, most of the financials is going to cater for the needs of your family members, the in-laws, that you really left them there, because they struggle for you, and then you feel that thing is at art. That thing is at art. So you find that you cannot now develop, you cannot grow. Then it will bring dishonesty in a home. Someone will just pick the money and take it home. Someone will take resources from home, sell it without your notice, and go and do it, because actually there's a lot of pressure that your wife is not you. So anything that is especially this goes to men. It affects most especially the men. Men sometimes decide not to do things because they feel that they're owners of the home, and then they refuse. They will also refuse to let the woman knows what is taking place. And now when the lady discovered, because for women are more brighter than us men. So when women now decide, when a woman decide now to dig deep on what you are doing, then you will feel ashamed of yourself. And then when she starts complaining now, when you start complaining, that's when things become a problem. So another issue is about friendship. You see, there's a saying which say, show me your friend and I show you who you are. So most of the time, it is also friends that break our relationship. Because now when they come to visit us at home, you find that they're now like asking you, Kumbe, for you like you let your woman to know how much you earn. Kumbe, even you let your man knows how much you earn. So then they start telling you, now, what if now you want to go and do something in privacy? There's no privacy at home here. So you find that these kind of issues, now it will now bring in sobriety conflicts, or bring disagreement between you, because now you feel like, now, so it means, for me, then maybe your friend will be telling, you see, for me, for me, I don't let my husband know it, because he's not the one who sent me to school. He is not the one who paid my school fees. He's not the one who sat in class for me. So I can do it myself. I cannot allow him to know what the finances I'm having. So you find these are the kind of things that, if not addressed, can bring issues. So we need to check on our friends, because it is the friends that will lead you to your grave. And these friends, today they are for you, tomorrow they will laugh at you. If they talk to you and you listen to their ill advice, then tomorrow you will fail. Then they will be the person again laughing after you. I remember there was a time a certain teacher was telling me that she went for maternity leave, and then after going for a maternity leave, a friend of ours said, now what you can do, your maternity leave has not ended. You only stayed for 2 months. Now you go back and then stay for 3 months, for another 1 month. These people will not reject you. And then when she went there, and then when she went to to the office. You see this
mm,
woman here. She
mm,
want to go back for another 1 month. Eh? She want to go back,
mm,
and yet we really have issues here. We have
mm,
problems with we have problems with children. We can
mm,
our subject is being no one is handling it. Eh?
mm,
So are you even allowing her to go back home? So no,
mm,
you see this kind of friendship. This is a person who he tells you he loves you, he cares about you, but later on he wants you to break your what? To lose your job. The moment you lose your job, this is a person going to laugh at
yeah,
you. Especially when even in relationship.
yeah,
There was a time when a certain guy was telling me that he has a very good woman,
mm,
but but there was some issues that was among with that they were discussing. It was disturbing them in their marriage. Then he decided to call this friend in. Then the man was now telling him, "How you live in the relationship? This
mm,
woman is not good. You see what she has done is not good." And then later on, when he stayed for a certain period of time, the man
mm,
started coming and then again calling this woman of him that that man, this woman, I know this man here
mm,
is my friend. He's a
mm,
very useless man. Leave him and come to me. I will keep you very well. So you see
mm,
that you see this kind of friendship we have. So
yeah,
these are the things which is also causing whatever. So when that thing happen like that, dishonesty come in what?
yeah,
Dishonesty come in a home because
mm,
of the what? Of the advice that we get from our what? From our friends.
yeah,
So basically, and also one of the thing also is like we also talk about the economy as well as one of the things that
yeah,
can lead to dishonesty. So you find
mm,
a situation where at least those days you used to earn much money, used to have a lot of resources, and then you later on uh, feel like then maybe the income drops, the cash flow in the family drops. So and yet the other thing that you used to do
mm,
that it won't affect these resources that you're bringing to the family. So now when the
yeah,
thing drops, they're like, no, you see, the thing are not now easy. Then you start being dishonest to you because at least the other one you don't want to miss. Like for us men, you see, there's some money that you maybe you want to,
excuse
you
me,
don't want the woman to know.
mm,
You don't want your woman to know, and because you maybe you want to go and hang with it or hang around with it, or you want the um you want your friends to enjoy, or one of the your side chick to enjoy, you know. So you don't
mm,
want this one to be part of the what of the family resources that people will know. So most of the time, those are the things that I have examined
mm,
and described to you. Those are the things
mm,
that lead to dishonesty in the marriage institution that we are
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
think
moderator. Yeah.
you might have exhausted all everything that I wanted to even talk about. Um, one other thing is,
Yeah.
I feel like the main thing is selfishness. Like if everyone, I would say everyone is selfish, but the magnitude of your selfishness matters in marriage. Like if you totally
Yeah, yeah,
meet somebody and you're already in relationship with them and you want to live together, there's certain things in life that you need to,
yeah,
like, for sure, take away from your life. You can't be selfish when you're already married. If you're alone by yourself, it makes much more understandable, or it's understandable. But now when you move from your
yeah,
home and you're in somebody else's home, or you're living together, there's certain compromise that you should have. At least there's certain things in your life that you need to change in order to have that. Uh, I would say that connection between you two. Now, when it comes to secret, my issue with not only men but women also is like, especially with finance, you find that a woman might have a small business or may have an office where she's working, and then I would have loved Stadia and Brenda to be here to ask them, like, why do they really most times consider having their own money for themselves, and they only want the man's money to be there for the house chores, like everything that is going on, or school fees, almost everything in the house. You want the man to pay for that, and yet you are having a marriage. You're living in the same house, and you have to grow your family together. And you only want to come in when your husband says, "Oh, there's nothing, there's no money, I can't really pay you, I can't
Yeah.
really do anything." Then you want to support, but like instead of bringing on your money together and seeing what you can do with the money to improve on certain things that are happening in the family, they only want one person and they keep the other one secret. Like in your story where you were talking about, like some people may have bank accounts everywhere. Like even with men, they may have bank accounts somewhere. The other thing also, some men would have another wife somewhere in different district, and they never tell this wife that they, they have at the house, you know, and they're living totally two different lives. I would say you find that when they're close to you, they're living this life. When they're close to the other one, they live their life the other way. And this person may not know completely what is going on until when they discover, then it brings that issue that we now have in that we are talking about. So dishonesty and is a very very crucial thing in marriage, and we don't need to really look at it as a small thing, because some people take it very serious, and it can also lead to divorce. That's basically what I can say on that topic. Now, the other thing I want to ask you, Tony, is what what are some of the ways that we can really help these young couples or young family to help like to reduce on the dishonesties, or to eliminate secrets in marriage? What are some of the ways we can really bring in to help them with?
Yeah, thank you, moderator. There's so many ways that we can really do to make sure that the marriage is stand. One is when you remove that dishonesty,
Mm.
it will become honesty. So one of the thing
Yeah,
is just being open to your
yeah,
partner,
like openness.
because if you are not open to your partner, then the partner will not know who you are. So openness is one of the things that would really derail people from doing bad things, and especially
Yeah.
this starts with the man. So when a man
Mm.
refuses to reveal really what he has to the woman,
Mm.
that is automatically the woman also will do the same.
Yeah.
Because women are emotional. They're not like men that they think deep, analyze, and then come with the conclusion. But for women, the emotions and then doing it. That's it. They are reactive.
Yeah.
As men are reactive. So men only make sure that they have come with really women doesn't do that. So it
Mm.
is you meant to initiate something that you feel it is good for your family. So
Yeah.
the best thing to do is really be open
Yeah.
and say, you know what, my wife, you are working and me, I'm working. And in this family of mine, ours, there's no moving away. Remember when you were getting married, the issue is for better, for worse. In terms when you really have finances,
Yeah.
in terms when you don't have it, you take that vow that for better, for worse, we shall be together. And
Yeah.
there's no more going back. So mean there is until death do us apart. So mean there is no relationship in marriage.
Yeah.
We're not talking about relationship. When before you start doing anything, you have to revisit that, and then should be in your brain. For better, for
Mm.
worse, until death do us apart. So mean that everything that you are going to do, there's a common destiny. There is somewhere you need to want to go to. There must be a goal. There must be an aim. So when there
Yeah.
is an aim, there's an objective. Then something where there's an objective, you cannot go astray because you
Yeah.
are following that.
Mm.
So until when you only come to relationship because of funds,
Mm.
that some people may go to marriage because I have seen a beautiful woman,
Yeah.
but within that beautiful woman, do you know that there is a lot of things that are happening? know what is inside the handsome. Do you know what is
Yeah.
beyond that handsomeness?
Yeah.
That's the one of the thing. Until you come and then you amalgamate all within the
Mm.
handsomeness, and then you create it as handsomeness, and then you believe in that handsomeness. That's how when things will move for you,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you need to understand the person well and say, no, I'm going to go with this person wherever I want or not. Because you also, be secretion in a relationship. So you find, say, no, if I do this for this man, he does it so that in terms when thing, because I have not put much of my energy in this what in this marriage. So they're losing a lot from the energy they are putting that marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to be open,
Mm.
and the openness and honesty in our marriage.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
thing is like we need to also revisit our counselors
Mm.
when you need to make sure that for us to have to make sure this thing of dishonesty stop, because
Yeah.
you can, if you think that there's what in our local does cook best, you'll feel until you taste the other one and you feel the difference. So
Yeah.
means you cannot do everything on your own and you feel it is perfect.
Mm.
You cannot do everything on your own and you feel it's perfect. So you need to get someone whom you can get good advice, especially the people whom we can run to are the workers of God, maybe the pastors,
Mm. Yeah.
reverends,
Yeah.
yeah, those clergies. You can run to the clergies, and maybe those people have the marriage experience and they can advise you on how you can run your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one also the way we can really eliminate the issue of dishonesties. They will, because they have the knowledge on what they can do to make sure that family moves on. Also, sometimes we cannot deny the elderly people. So these are the things, and there's a word which say that what a child can see when a while what seated down.
Mm.
So mean this person has a lot of wealth of knowledge, the wealth of
Yeah.
knowledge that for you as a young person growing up you don't have. So we
Yeah.
cannot deny the fact that our elders can give us much more knowledge on the issue to handle relationship. Because you can
Yeah.
even see that these people have managed a relationship and they're growing all and they're managing. So you can put
Yeah.
as one of the elder as a role model that could make sure that your relationship or your marriage move forward, not move backward. So those are some of the remedies that I can say, if we really follow those remedies, can help us to eliminate
Mm.
this vice in our relationship. Depending on the attitude of the in-laws. Like
Mm.
some in-laws are also good. When you look at how they behave, how they understand things, yeah, you can also move to the in-laws, and then yeah, they
Mm.
will they will also advise you on what to be done. So
Yeah.
basically, these are the things, remedies that we can follow and then make sure that at least we about this one
Yeah.
relationship. But remember, no one can solve any problem for you apart from you yourself.
Yeah. Mm.
There is You cannot run away from problem and you think you have solved the problem. You need The moment you run away from the problem, that problem will still haunt you and run after you until it catches you. So there is a need that you as a family members or as a family to sit down and discuss issues of importance. And then when you discuss, because a problem discuss is a half solve. So if you discuss your problem in a home, it will be solved peacefully. Until now, when things become too tough that you cannot manage, that's now when you go to you source another societies that can help you,
Yeah.
and that society will give you a knowledge, only a knowledge base, but it is you to decide on whether to
Yeah.
move on with that or not to take it. Because there are some people who are very hard, they cannot manage it. So thank you so much, moderator. That is what I can discuss. Yes, thank you.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. The other thing that I wanted to just say a little bit is it comes down to everything in marriage comes down to communication. If you have a very poor
Yep.
communication in marriage, it's always excuse me, it's always difficult. Let me drink some water.
Yeah.
My throat. It's always difficult to do anything anyway in life because it's if you're having challenge and you're hiding your money, you're hiding your secrets, you're hiding things from your partner. That that means there is some issue, and the issue can only be resolved or solved through you two discussing and sitting down to come out open, like you said, because some people don't want to be open in many things, like not only in money but also in life, like how the things that you do outside with the business that you have, with the friends that you have, with the almost anything they don't want to let their spouse know, and becomes very difficult for your spouse to support you, right? Because the whole thing is for you to come together and support each other and grow your family together. But if one person is still adamant, or maybe like being uh, secretional in certain things and doesn't want to be open, doesn't want to share their life. Even when you come back from watching football or wherever, you don't even tell your wife how the game was, even if you're beaten, you know. You just want to stay
Yeah. Yeah.
quiet. And every little thing that you do in marriage, if you don't share it, sometimes becomes a hiding space for dishonesty, you know. So much as you feel like it's
Yep.
not very important for you to share, to some partners or some spouse, it would be very important for you to even tell them, oh, I went to watch football and this is what happened, and maybe I went to work today and this is what. Just sharing your daily life can create that
Yeah.
honesty and create that atmosphere where you are very open and you're free to share many things in life. So, as long as we speak on this, I feel like, yeah, we shall have a day where we can talk about just communication alone, and the value of it, and why we think it's very very crucial in any
Yeah.
relationship or
Yeah.
in any
Moderator,
marriage.
the moderator, there is something I want to add on about dishonesty as well.
Mm,
You find that there is a situation where there is cheating in
yeah.
marriage,
Mm,
and this is also one of the part of dishonesty
yeah.
that we have. So you find the woman cheats or the man cheats, and they go and then maybe produce a child outside the marriage. A woman producing child outside marriage, and then a man also producing. Okay, for a man is producing a child outside marriage, but for a
Mm,
woman producing a child inside the marriage, another child from another person inside their
mm-hmm.
marriage.
Yeah.
So in that matter, therefore, you find that that is also one of this dishonesty that really is going to it is that is breaking our marriages, making
Mm,
the marriage institution look very weak, not
yeah.
put on a strong foundation. So
Mm,
before you go to the marriage, make sure that the partner that you're moving with is the right partner for you. That you feel like any other person apart from him, any person any person apart from her is
mm-hmm.
not the person. It is only those two people. So you
Yeah.
find that most of the men are feeding the children which are not his.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not feeding. They're feeding the children. They're taking care of the children which are not his. So when the truth come to reveal itself, That automatically leads to breaking up the marriage institutions, and you find these people will go our separate ways. So really, really, we need to be honest enough. And then, if there is anything you need to share with your husband. So if there is anything that is affecting you that you feel you cannot manage it, you cannot control it, let the man's know, and then the way you want the man to do it, so that he's able to save your marriage, than going outside to enjoy, and then in the end you come up with something that cannot be solved.
Yeah.
So you see, there's so many men which are doing that, and there are some men who have produced children
Mm.
outside marriages,
Yeah.
and many has even led to death. So when the woman realized that you have produced a child outside somewhere, and then the woman realized,
Mm.
that's a lot of issues, because some women are so emotional to the extent that they can even
Mm.
kill you. I
Yeah.
remember there was a certain woman, okay, who decided to marry a woman who the woman doesn't love him, but he loved the woman the most,
Mm.
and he forced himself on the woman, and the woman decided, okay, because now you really love me so much, let me come.
Mm.
So the woman now doesn't want this man, but because now the man needs, too much forcing the woman to love him.
Mm.
And then, yeah, they started, but later on, the man decided to cheat on her and produce a child outside the marriage, inside the marriage. Then
Mm.
it was a very big issue,
Yeah,
and
indeed.
the man asked forgiveness. The woman refused to forgive this man, and
Mm.
then I think he went and did some juju. The man died. So you
Wow.
see that kind of things, because now he said, I cannot. The man used to say that he loves me the most, and I bent for it, but now see what she has done to me.
Yeah.
So he was just saying. So the man was dead. So what I'm saying is, honesty is the most important thing in relationship. So if you are dishonest, it automatically break the relationship. That is what I get. That is the reason why most of the families are breaking.
Yeah.
So those are then another thing also is another part of dishonesty in marriage is a theft.
Yeah.
You
Mm.
find you can decide to marry a woman or marry a man,
Mm.
but you don't know the family or the person comes from.
Yeah.
So this man here will like be a very good when you're at the beginning, but later
Mm.
on, uh, they think that he has him is not what is not his.
Yeah.
He has stolen from somewhere, and for
Yeah.
you not aware, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So you will just be eating, not knowing the source of the income. So sometimes you need to find out the sources, eh, of where the man is getting the cash flow which is coming into your home. So if you don't know the sources of income coming to your home, that is part of dishonesty. That will lead to break your marriage, because now if you realize that your man is a thief and has been stealing things, then that marriage would break. This also
Yeah.
comes to women at times. At times women, okay, you might marry a woman who is not working and just sitting
Mm.
at home, but you find that every time is when you buy something, you find it's disappearing. It's not there, it's disappearing. That also
Yeah.
will make the man not to believe in you, and that lead
Yeah.
to dishonesty. These days now, what women are doing, uh,
Mm.
you might decide to stay. Oh my God. Hello, are we together?
Yeah. I'm listening.
Are we together?
Mm-hmm.
So you find you get a woman, and this woman will just pretend to be loving you and taking care of you, but there's already a mission she has set. The
Yeah.
mission could be like, maybe this mission is like, okay, this man has money, let me stay with him for a certain period of time, and then if I gain what I want, and I will disappear. So in that scenarios, you may think the woman now will, when she feel like she's not ready to leave, you will go for work, you come back, you find the house is without anything. Eh?
Yeah.
The house is just without anything. The woman has gone away with everything. So I am
Yeah.
requesting my fellow men and women, know the spouse you are going to get into a relationship before you move further. Dig
Yeah.
deep. Our forefathers and foremothers, used to do this in the past in a very good way. Before you, and they used to like for me, if I am a grown up boy, I would do I would request my aunt or my uncle to maybe somewhere to look for me a very good girl from there, and
Mm-hmm.
then later on, then you send someone they call a go between to start
Mm-hmm.
negotiating you
Mm-hmm.
for her. And then when she saw you, and then you are given time to talk, and then the person will love be if the even when if she sees you and feel like, I can't manage this one, he will even tell you I don't want, and he will reject your money. But if
Yeah.
she came to realize, and then also, even when the go between, what the go between does is to tell you the woman the importance of that home that you are
Yeah.
in. You tell, no, you say that the home of that boy is very good. There is no, people are not thief, people are not witch, people, we don't have witchcrafts there. It
Yeah.
is a good home, people are rich, you will be enjoy. And then the woman start realize, oh, so my husband is coming from this such a family, you know.
Yeah.
And then later on, she also will she want to send someone there to dig a underground check, to do an underground check. And if she feel like now she can now accept this man, and then will accept the money. But these days we only meet in schools, and then she will show the other good characters because she wants
Mm-hmm.
the other good character, because she hide the other one, or the man,
Yeah.
because he wants to be with this person, he hide the other characters. Then now when
Yeah.
you come inside,
That's when they start
start
showing.
developing and doing something important, then
Yeah.
things what disappear. You get.
Mm.
They start showing the true color now, and now when that's
Mm-hmm.
when that relationship break. And then when you then say, okay, before you do this, sometimes women can pretend, before you marry me, you cannot do this or you cannot do that. And then, oh, when you marry me, that's when I will now start revealing to you my secrets. So you first marry me. So the man, because he's too much drunk with love, then he will start doing those things. At the end of the day, when now the true color starts coming, then we start regretting, why have I married this person? So we need to go back to our life those days where at least you do the background check, hmm,
Yeah.
or the
Mm-hmm.
underground check before you come up with a decision to marry a woman. Because marriage is about life and death.
Yeah.
So if you cannot manage it, then you have to better not try it
Yeah.
in our tradition, in our African ways.
Mm.
Yeah. So that is what I can contribute. Thank you so
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
Mr. Moderator.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming in. Our time is also far spent. It's almost um,
Yeah.
1 hour, so we're going to wind up. But the bottom line is that you two, um, married couples or people who want to fall in relationship or start a relationship or fall in love, as people call it, you have to know your partner and get to know them fully before you guys start to live together. And if you're living together, work on the things that makes you that stay in your marriage. I would say that makes some things go wrong. Because the main thing is we want to save your marriage. We want you to live together. We don't want you to stay away from your marriage or like cause a divorce or stay or separate, because the goal of this podcast is to help you understand what God has for you. As God has ordained marriage for you to stay together. That is the goal for us also, for you to live together. Um, that doesn't mean that you're going to have misunderstanding, you have issues or miscommunication. That will still be there in your
Yeah.
marriage, but you have to find ways to get to the brim of it, or maybe to the bottom of it, so that you flourish and you shine in your marriage. We don't want you to just be a a, a log, or, or be a load in marriage where you're being carried everywhere. The husband is having all the responsibility and you're the woman, you're just in the vehicle. You're not moving together. You have to step in and be in that same boat and ride together, and yeah, so stripe, as we
Yeah.
say, stripe in your marriage, and don't shy down. Yeah, your last word, Tony, as we wind up the program today.
Thank you so much, the moderator. I'm so grateful for our viewers. Yeah, the last one, yes. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting you. I'm clearing. I'm hearing you very well. You're not getting me?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, and thanks for being there. And we welcome you again. We catch again next week, and we shall be right here. And thank you, Tony, for coming in, and thank you for all the panelists who never make it through today. Next time, ciao. We shall see you again in the next podcast. Love you all. Enjoy. One love.